Hi, my name is Brandy Berry, for those of you who have not met me yet, and I am the Career Development Coordinator at C-Tech High School. I wanted to take this opportunity, one, to introduce myself for those of you I haven't met yet, and two, one of my goals for this year is to create a series of videos for students and parents just to kind of know what are some of the things we're doing here at C-Tech and teaching to our students. But also some of this information could be useful to parents and guardians who are out there maybe job searching or looking for a career change yourself. So it is nice to meet you, and I look forward to in the next few weeks having students come back into the building, and each month I will highlight the employability skill and character trait of the month. And some months I also may talk a little bit about resume building or cover letters or interviewing tips and different topics like that throughout the year. So just to get started, I would like to first kind of show you what our character traits and essential employability skills are here at C-Tech. We have them broken down by each month. And as you can see, the list of our character traits as well as the list of our employability skills. We use these for a few different reasons. One, because we want to instill these traits and skills into our students while they are here with us at C-Tech. But we also have students of the month. So each month we will name 2 students of the month, and they are based off of the character trait and employability skill of the month. So as you see, I don't know if you noticed a week or 2 ago, we did release the 2 students for the month of September, and they were chosen by teachers based on being reliable and showing teamwork collaboration within the school environment. So I'm going to break it down first before talking too much about the skill and trait of the month, just to kind of show you these are the 10 skills that we chose at C-Tech, and these were chosen based off of research that we did just to see, what are the top employability skills that employers are looking for. But we also have some business advisory groups and partnerships, and we asked them the same question, what are some of the employability skills that you want your employees to have? And these were the ones that they voted on as their top choices. So that's kind of how we got to these 10. Now obviously there are more skills out there than this that you need to know just to be a good employee, but these are the ones that we really want to focus on at C-Tech. So just to talk a little bit about employability skills and what they are. So you can build on your employability skills through participating in these areas. So paid work, whether that's just a part-time job for now or for parents, for those of you who have, your full-time career job, those skills that you are building in that job is important in building onto your employability skills. Unpaid work, such as job shadowing and internships, are also examples. Typically, 10th grade year, our students will participate in a job shadowing for a day or a half day, and this experience is just to get them into the career field of their choice, and it just, again, allows them to build on their skills and know what it takes to be in that career choice. And we also, our senior year, and maybe sometimes even junior year, we have internships for our students, and this is actually a graduation requirement for students here at C-Tech to complete an internship as their senior project. Volunteering is also something we do at C-Tech. Students are required to get at least 25 hours per year, and Ms. Appleton leads up the volunteering on her website, as well as taking in those logs each year to just document that our students are getting the hours like they're supposed to. So feel free to reach out to her if you have any questions about community service and volunteering. In addition to these, sports and other hobbies, as well as community and other group activities, build on your employability skills. And employability skills are the essential skills, personal qualities, and values that enable you to thrive in any workplace. So these are also known as soft skills. And as you can see at the bottom, some employers even say that these employability skills are more important than hard skills. So real quick, soft skills again are these employability skills, a skill that can go into any workplace, any environment. You don't have to have specialized training. Hard skills, that's where, like for an education, if you want to be a teacher, you have to go get an education degree and you have to have work placement in a school. Or an example for welding, you can't just go on the job and expect to weld on day one. You need to have some type of training or certification before you can do that. So those are the hard skills that you can't do at any workplace, but these employability skills you can transfer with you to any job. Your job application or resume should highlight some examples of when you have used these skills. And if you click on that link, it will actually give you an example of a resume and how these employability skills can be added into your resume. And you will get a copy of this, so you can actually click on the links that I have provided in this presentation. But again, you should make sure you highlight examples, not only in your job application and resume, but also in your cover letter or email that you send to the employee when you're interested in a job opportunity. So again, throwing these keywords anywhere you can in your emails, cover letters, applications, resume, it's very important because some job engines actually look for the keywords within your resume. So typically in the job description, some of these skills will be listed, so it's important to kind of pay attention to that when you're applying for a job and make sure that you include them somewhere within your application. Moving on to character traits, so these are the 10 that were selected for CTEC. These were actually selected our first year that we started, and they were determined, or I guess brought about by our stay class and our advisory classes that we had, and we still do have some of them, but the students actually created these and we've continued with them each year. So just a little bit about character traits. They are based on your personality, morals, ethics, and beliefs. And actually your character traits will play a role in your employability skills and kind of how you are as not only a student but also as an employee. Character traits also help you make decisions that align with your values. So for example, if you identify with being courageous, as a result, maybe you would be more inclined to stand up for what you believe in at work, or maybe standing up for an employee that you don't feel like is being treated fairly, or a student who you don't feel like is being treated fairly. So again, these character traits align with your personality and your beliefs. Once you know what your best attributes and traits are, make sure to address them in your resume, cover letter, or even interviews, because a lot of times in an interview you'll get asked, what do you think your best strength is, or why do you think we should hire you over someone else? And this would be a great point to highlight on not only your character traits but also your employability skills. So before we end this, I just want to quickly talk about the character trait and essential employability skill of September. So the character trait is reliable, and as you can see, reliable means being dependable or being someone that can count on. And there's different ways to show this. You can show it in not only school but also the workplace. At school, some ways to show this is, coming to class on time or coming to school on time and a regular basis, which means, being present and having good attendance while at school. Some other examples would be completing your assignments, and not only completing them, but doing them well and completing them on time. Being a good partner in group work and, being a classmate that your students can count on to do their work like they're asked to do. Those are all good examples of how you could show this in the classroom and at school, or even remotely. In the workplace, it looks very similar, but obviously there would be a few different examples. So the first one's very similar to how it is in school, showing up on time and when you're scheduled to work, willing to take on extra responsibilities and taking some of the slack maybe from your other coworkers, like if they're absent or sick, taking on some of those extra job duties while they're away. it's being able to count on you to get the job done and completing your work in a timely manner. So again, these traits are going to transition to help you to be a good employee. And then next, for our essential employability skill, we have teamwork and collaboration. And as you can see, the two definitions are very similar to each other, which is why we partnered them together instead of making them two different ones. So teamwork is, being cooperative or combined effort of a group of persons working together as a team for a common cause, whereas collaboration is two or more people working together towards a shared goal. So as you see, it's typically two or more people working together, whether that's for a cause or a goal, to get something done. So you can show this in the school environment by working together in group projects, keeping your teachers in the loop. So, if you know you're going to be absent because of a doctor's appointment, collaborating and talking with them to let them know. So hopefully you can get your work together before you're actually out for the day instead of having to make it up when you get back. Class topics and discussion are a good way for you to communicate and collaborate with your peers as well as your teacher. And then just working well with others is a pretty big component of being a good, co-worker or classmate with teamwork and collaboration. And it also portrays well in the workplace because, you may need to work together on a project with a coworker. Being willing to ask for help or helping coworkers shows that you are a good team player and willing to collaborate. Brainstorming sessions or sharing ideas, and also just communicating your expectations, especially if you're a leader or a boss or manager. You need to make sure you communicate your expectations of job duties to the people who work for you. And lastly, I just have a quick 1-minute video and then we will wrap it up.
Skills. Clearly this isn't one of mine. But we all have skills that employers want. In particular, they want employees who have the right mix of soft skills and hard skills. Hard skills are technical knowledge or training gained through any life experience in your career or education. For example, if you've worked in food service or retail, you might know how to use a point-of-sale system.
O si estudiaste algún otro idioma, podrías hablarlo perfectamente.
Soft skills, on the other hand, are abilities that can be applied in any job. Think people skills or social skills. These are skills like leadership, lunchtime, problem solving, and organization. Still not sure what skills to list? Here are 10 of the most common. Remember, employers pay special attention to the skills on your resume. Well, I think that's everything. Remember that the smallest moves are sometimes the smartest. Like and subscribe for more tips.
All right, so that was just a quick highlight again, explaining the soft skills versus hard skills, as also why it's important to have these skills in the workplace. So hopefully you were able to gain a little bit of knowledge from this today, and like I said, I will do another one in October highlighting our character trait and essential employability skill for the month of October, and maybe throw in some other interviewing tips or something like that in there. But just know that I will be providing a monthly video to share with students and parents, just to kind of keep you in the loop of what we are doing here with our career development services. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.